New York, New York, often referred to as the Big Apple. New York City is known around the world for its abundance of large skyscrapers, busy streets, and numerous tourist attractions. With a population of over 8 million people extending to all races and housing over 1 million company infrastructures, New York is truly one of the most unique and prominent cities within the U.S. or around the world. This is especially true in regards to film. Many movies attempt to capture the vibe of New York as a gritty, fast-paced city with lots of action. The point of view of these movies can range from the wealthy to the poor and everything in between. Some popular movies that uphold this ideology are The Godfather, in which conflict between violent Italian mobs begins a ruthless war, or Taxi Driver, which follows the life of a lonely late-night taxi driver who is fed up with the scum he has to deal with daily. Or even the movie Wall Street, which shows how a money-hungry stockbroker is willing to use illegal business decisions in order to rise to the top. I decided to go to New York and find out if these portrayals of the city are accurate. I was pleased to not encounter any angry Italian mob members along the way.
I understand.
I did see an unlimited amount of yellow taxis, police cars, and men in business suits, but I also saw a completely reinvented New York City. What I was surprised to see was how magical and dreamlike the city has become. The obvious explanation for this rapid change of scenery can be explained in 3 simple words. 'Tis the season. Even though I wasn't seeing the New York that is normally portrayed in film, I was still observing another, sometimes underlooked version of New York City, often portrayed in children's films. 2 of the best films to provide insight on this are Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Elf. Home Alone 2 depicts a young man named Kevin who accidentally takes a plane to New York instead of flying with his family to Florida for the holidays. He takes this opportunity to explore the wonderland that is New York.
Спасибо. Пока.
Elf is about an adult human named Buddy who is raised by elves in the North Pole and goes on a journey to New York to find his real father. He soon finds out New York is not as cheery as Santa in the North Pole, so Buddy tries to change that by spreading joy.
How was school? Was it fun? Did you get a lot of homework? Huh? Do you have any friends? Do you have a best friend? Does he have a big coat too?
Go away!
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
Run! Break off! Oh no. These guys are bad news. We better get out of here.
You know what? We can take them. Okay, just start making as many snowballs as you can. You ready? Let's go. Snowball.
It is easy to see how these children's movies can differ from the R-rated films of The Godfather, Taxi Driver, and Wall Street. But what this proves is that no city is bound to specific film tropes. With this in mind, both take different aspects of New York City in order to make their movie feel more real. Screenwriter and director Joachim Jorda explains this well by saying, "The boundaries between documentary and fiction do exist and are increasingly interchangeable. But the people who make fiction in the most interesting way for me are those entering what we formerly considered documentary techniques. There is no specific way New York or any other city should be represented in film. But it is these ideas we relate New York with that shape what kind of movie is ultimately produced."